4. Today we're looking at the Viking Tire Shine Applicator brush with storage stand. I've used compact applicators, foam pads, and larger tire brushes, and this one sits in the middle. More control than a big brush, cleaner than a loose sponge. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. For technical reasons, I'm showing a screencast walkthrough instead of live shots of the tool in my hand, but I'll point out everything that matters for day-to-day detailing.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
I start on the product page and zoom into the head shape. The brush face is narrow enough to trace the curve of most passenger car sidewalls without touching the wheel face. The bristles feel medium firm, not wire stiff. That helps push dressing into the rubber texture and around raised lettering without leaving heavy puddles. If you prefer a super glossy look from thick gels, a slower pass still lays product down evenly. For satin finishes with water-based dressings, a lighter touch keeps the sheen uniform and avoids sling. I move down to the handle. The grip has a small palm swell and light texturing, which matters when your hands are already slick with dressing. The balance point sits close to the head, so it behaves more like a pen than a paint roller, and that helps on tight sidewalls or low-profile tires where a big blocky sponge tends to smear onto the wheel. The plastic feels chemically resistant after repeated wipes with APC and mild solvents. I haven't seen clouding or softening. Here I scroll to what's included. The storage stand is not a gimmick. After a wipe down, parking the brush upright keeps residue from puddling onto your shelf and lets air reach the bristles. That reduces the tacky film that usually glues other applicators to the bench. If you use thicker solvent-based gels, the stand makes cleanup more predictable. Let the head drain for a minute, then hit it with a microfiber and a few sprays of cleaner. For water-based products, a rinse and quick shake usually restores the bristle separation. I open the image gallery and pause on the edge profile. The slight taper helps trace the shoulder line, but it won't get deep into aggressive off-road tread blocks. For those, a larger tire brush still wins. On normal commuter and touring tires, the profile is spot on. I do a slow pan over the bristle tips to show there are no sharp cut ends that would scratch clear-coated wheel lips if you accidentally bump them, though you should still mask your movements near polished faces. Next, application technique. I decant a small amount of dressing onto the brush head instead of dipping into the bottle. This avoids overloading. One lap around the sidewall with moderate pressure, then a second lap with minimal pressure to level the sheen. If you see streaks, it's usually from too much product. Wipe the brush on a towel, then feather back over the area. On textured rubber or old dried out sidewalls, working in small sections gives a more consistent finish. I open the review section to align with real-world feedback. The pattern matches my experience, clean application and less mess than foam blocks, especially near lettering. A few users mentioned sling after driving. In my testing, that only appeared when I intentionally overloaded the brush with a glossy gel. Wipe the tire after application, let it cure a few minutes, and sling disappears. Another note is head size. People with large SUVs may want a wider tool for speed. This Viking is a control-first option, not the fastest. Maintenance matters. I show the care line in the description and explain what I do after each use. For solvent-heavy products, a 2-step clean, APC spray and towel, then a brief rinse, keeps the head from hardening. Don't leave dressing soaked in the bristles overnight. That's when any applicator becomes gummy and starts laying uneven coats next time. The included stand really encourages good habits because you always have a clean parking spot for the tool. Now the shortcomings. The narrow head means more laps on big tires, so expect an extra minute per wheel compared to a wide foam block. The bristles don't replace a scrub brush for cleaning. This is for applying dressings on already clean tires. If you like ultra-wet show car gloss, you'll work a little longer to build up shine than with a thick sponge. Also, if you store it tossed in a bin without the stand, bristles can compress and need a hot water rinse to spring back. On value, the price is typically modest for a tool you'll use every wash cycle. The stand adds real utility by keeping shelves clean and extending the life of the head. For compact cars and sedans, control is excellent. For trucks with chunky sidewalls, consider pairing this brush for leveling with a wider applicator for the first pass. That combo keeps speed and finish quality high. I finish by showing the comparison images again and the feature bullets. If you want a cleaner, more controlled way to apply tire shine without gunking up your wheels or workbench, this Viking brush with stand does the job reliably. If your priority is pure speed on oversized tires, pick a wider pad and accept a little more mess. If this breakdown helped you